prequel! Ah! 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 Woo! So God of War Ascension came out this week, and it's a prequel to our beloved Kratos trilogy. Now, at the end of God of War 3, the plot kind of unraveled itself and spewed all over the floor. So we're dialing it back a little bit to find out more about Kratos' past, to find out about his family and how he became who he is. The game starts out with Kratos chained up. Oh, did that show? You find out a lot more about Kratos' backstory in this game, and that's why I'm actually interested in it, because up until now, Kratos has just been a big, screaming, angry dude. And now we get to find out why he's so darn angry. And it happens to be because he's lost his family and he's not that man, so I'd be angry too. I really like the gameplay in this one. It's a little more advanced than your usual God of War game. You can actually pick up other weapons and create new combos with it as you go along. So say you have your sword and you have your chain whip, you can pull up another sword or a different mallet or an axe and combo that. And so that actually leads to a higher rage meter. So that actually leads to a higher rage meter, and the higher your rage meter is, the more you can combo, the more you can fight, and the better your attacks are. Yeah. So in the opening of the game, you're actually fighting against this giant titan, which recalls the rest of the God of War series, where everything is epic, large, huge, gigantic, just like Kratos. And, boo! So there's a new multiplayer mode in God of War, which is really interesting and very addictive, but it's not quite as competitive as other certain action-adventure games as far as multiplayer modes go. Despite that, I want to say it looks a little like a cluttered MMO. It's a little cluttered, it's a little too busy for my personal taste. It looks like an overproduced MMO in a way, because there are status bars on top of everyone, and there are far too many things on screen to read at the same time. But it is definitely a step in the right direction. Haha! Just like God of War, this review is going to be very straightforward. It's classic God of War battle mode. You get what you get, you fight, you barrel through enemies, you come up with new attacks, it's very bloody, it's very gory, it's very loud, and it's great when all you want to do is hit people. So I think it's a very, very good game to get out all of your stress, as all the rest of God of War is. I mean, who doesn't want to play a big angry dude when you want to punch somebody at school or, otherwise do terrible things? The game actually encourages you to play harder and to build up your rage meter, which is really great because once your rage meter is at its fullest, your attacks actually get more powerful and become these amazing combos that you can take out on boss enemies. One of the greatest things about this game, is that you actually can control magic now. Fire and ice are just two elements that you can take on and build up Kratos's Fire and ice are only two elements that you can take on to take out enemies. And then your rage meter, yes. And you actually have a rage meter that you can, I've already talked about that like 3 times now, haven't I? I'm gonna do it again. You have a rage meter that you can build up to, your rage meter builds up as you continue to attack enemies, and the stronger you are and the less you get hit, the higher your rage meter is. When it maxes out, your attacks become super powerful, and they're best used against bosses. Yeah. Despite the straightforwardness of this game, I would actually recommend buying it, or renting it if you prefer. I love the God of War series simply because it's a great way to take out all of my rage. And honestly, it's a beautiful game. Like, the cinematics are very well constructed. The way you play through the game is very well done. The fact that the main character is just now getting a personality is just a slight mishap in the series. But I'm very, very, very excited that we get to see more and more of Kratos. Because, I mean, I'm all about the guy. It's just that he has less personality than Drogo. So finally, Kratos has something of a personality, which is more than you can say from the other games where he had less personality than Drogo the Barbarian from Game of Thrones. And I mean, that's not to say he doesn't have personality, he's just a really angry dude with a one-track mind for vengeance. Which, I mean, all of us can understand. You always want to get back at somebody, don't you? I mean, he actually undid reality. That's the ultimate vengeance. And Kratos has become a very key character in the development. So after playing through the game, I can tell you that it is fan-freaking-tastic. And if you're okay with having a slightly less personality-geared character, it's all for you. God of War fans are going to love this game. It's beautiful, it's well-constructed, and I really, really love the way they've gone about taking Kratos and making him a real person. Yeah. So for Pillow Talk, this is Catrina Dennis. Make sure to rate, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you later.